We've been snacking on these for the past few weeks after we just talked about our New Year's fitness goals. For those of you watching, if you've been in the same rut as us, today's the day we're going to put an end to it. I'm Darian Iverson, personal trainer, owner of DI Fitness. Today I'm going to take you all through a workout that you can do from the comfort of your own home, requiring very little equipment, so there's no excuses. It's showtime, baby.
You've made that resolution. It's one you've probably made many times before. Get in shape. You may have even signed up to a gym, but haven't made it to the gym because of COVID. We're here to tell you that doesn't have to derail your goal to make gains. Darian Iverson is a certified fitness trainer with DI Fitness in Salisbury, and he joins us this afternoon. Hi, Darian.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing great. So, you know, working out at home is fine, but not everyone can afford expensive gym equipment. What do we do? Is there something else we can do?
Absolutely, Lisa. I'm glad you brought that up. I think during the pandemic last year, when a lot of gyms were closed nationwide, I had to reinvent myself as a trainer, and I think it got my creative juices flowing. And so one of the things is I realized is working out. I train a lot of my clients virtually now. And so what ended up happening is we have a lot of household products that we don't really realize that we can utilize as gym equipment. And so I've mastered the art of minimalism, and I brought a few props with me to show you all a few examples of the different things that you can do to give yourself an effective workout. And I think there's just a huge misconception that in order to be fit that we need to belong to a gym or have a lot of expensive equipment, but could be further from the truth.
Sure. Okay, so give us some examples.
So even I have this fabric softener right here. This is about 15 pounds, when it's full. So we can use this in place of a dumbbell. And there's so many different exercises we can do with just this fabric softener alone. Yeah. I also have paper plates that we can do different workouts on here, whether it be sliders to get a little bit of our conditioning work in, or something for our upper body. There's a few different moves I'll show you as well. And then even soup cans. If you don't have light dumbbells, don't have access to these, you can get 3 to 5 pound soup cans or peanut butter, whatever. You can just, get your creative juices flowing. And I also use a chair during a lot of my workouts, and we can just a basic folding chair. Most people have a chair at their house, and we can do step-ups and all different types of lunges and things off of that. So this is stuff that most people have at home.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, but there are some other pieces of equipment that are relatively cheap that it wouldn't hurt to have around, right?
Yeah, and one of the things is that I use is during the pandemic, I ordered a set of bands off of Amazon, and I think I got about 4 different bands, all different tensions, and it was like $40, so it wasn't expensive at all, and I can do hundreds of exercises with the bands. And additionally, I have sliders that you can use if you're traveling and you're at a hotel and you want to use these and you don't have access to paper plates or sliders. And then another piece of equipment that I have that isn't too pricey is a kettlebell. Kettlebell works on strength, conditioning, endurance, and it's very, it doesn't take up a lot of space to store, so you don't need a rack. And the fact of the matter is you can do hundreds of different exercises with the kettlebell, so you don't have to worry about having dumbbells in all different ranges.
So you said you almost had to reinvent the way you teach fitness, but when the pandemic hit, how did you get started in fitness in the first place?
Well, basically, I was just a former athlete, throughout high school years and everything like that. And I went to college to play football. And I think I was not always the best athlete. So I just always had to work that much harder to just kind of be equal and everything like that. So I was just looking to find ways to get a competitive edge. And so I just fell in love with the process. And then doing that, it just kind of naturally worked in line with me having a desire to really help people and add value to people's lives. So I think the two passions just kind of merged, and I became majored in exercise science in college, and then went to grad school, got my graduate degree as well, and then just have been doing this for 15 years, made a career out of it.
That's wonderful. All right, so you showed us all of the things I've got, and I have them. Although mine's not, it's not fabric softener, it's detergent, but I don't know how to use these. So you're going to show us next how we can use these household items to get fit. Will you stick around for that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Before the break, certified fitness trainer Darian Iverson of Salisbury had some great pointers on how to create an affordable home gym using things that you might already have at home, like laundry detergent. Well, now we're going to chat about some of the moves we can do with these products. Darian, let's just say this from the get-go. We're not talking about hardcore exercises. We're talking about things that people, even if they don't work out on a regular basis, can do, right?
Yeah, so I'll start off with the laundry detergent first, and I'll just show you just a basic lunge that you can do with, weight loaded on one side, and all you're going to just do is a reverse lunge and stand up tall, keeping the laundry detergent at your side.
Oh, okay. Are you going back on your knee?
No, I'm getting close to the ground, but I'm keeping the tension on my muscles, so my knee is close to the ground, but not touching.
All right. And then do you switch sides, both legs and which side you're holding the laundry detergent?
Correct. And so once you complete 15 reps on that side, you would just switch to this side.
Oh, okay. And I imagine you want to start off with just a few of them and work your way up as you're getting into shape?
Yeah, this is something that, even sometimes for someone who's a little deconditioned, body weight is challenging enough. So if you don't feel comfortable holding a weight with it, you can start off with maybe just doing a few reps and even holding on to a chair and give you a little bit of support and balance as you do it.
Very good. All right. Yeah, you mentioned the chair. There's several uses for that.
Absolutely. And another one, so while we're on the chair, you can just do a step up on here, okay? Again, you just want to make sure if your balance is a little wobbly that you're able to hold on to a wall or something. But what we're going to do is push off this front heel, come up, drive the other knee up, and come back down under control.
All right. Now, you had mentioned paper plates, and
yes.
You said we could use these as sliders.
Correct. So what you want to do is, depending on what surface you have, like on the hardwood floors, paper plate work great. And what you want to do is place these on your feet and get into a push-up position. Hands shoulder width apart, and all you're going to do is these are called mountain climbers. So you keep your butt down and your back flat, and you're just going to pump your legs and maybe start off with some increments of about 15 to 20 seconds.
And that looks like it's a full body workout right there.
Yes, it'll get your heart rate ramped up very quickly.
All right. Now, you mentioned soup cans that we use for dumbbells.
Yes. So for the soup cans, we can do lateral raises for your shoulders. So you want to stand with your feet about hip width apart. Knees are nice and soft, and all you're going to do is just raise up the elbows till they're equal with your shoulders in height, and just control them on the way down. This is going to work the side of your shoulders. And then if you want to kind of mix it up a little bit, work the front. You can alternate like this, lateral, then front.
And that's working your shoulders.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. And then additionally, you can add another exercise into it, like we just did the forward lunge. You can do a lunge and then a lateral raise. Step back, alternate legs, lunge, lateral raise. So if you're pressed for time, this is something where you can kind of get the 2-for-1 exercise.
Awesome. Okay. I do want to touch on some of the equipment that you have there. You talked about the resistance band, and I imagine there's a lot you can do with that.
Yes. So the first one I want to demonstrate is we're going to stand in the band and have your feet about hip width apart so there's some tension on there. And all we're just going to do is just a squat. Okay, so everybody squats every day. Anytime you're sitting down in a chair, it's a very functional exercise, which is something that can be applied to things that we do in everyday life. And you want to try to keep constant tension on the band, just like that. And if you really want to add a little bit more to it, on the way up, we could press up. Do a shoulder press.
Oh, wow. Yeah, like you said, squats, that's definitely functional fitness because you're always going to be sitting down.
Yep. Another exercise you can do, just stand in the right same place. You can crisscross the handles, and we'll do upright rows for our shoulders. So the palms are facing you, keeping the band close to your body, elbows up nice and high, and just pull it right underneath your chin. And this is going to work your upper back shoulders.
Very good. Darian, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. I hope people got a lot. I think people did get a lot from this, but I have to ask you one more question, and this doesn't necessarily have to do with fitness. It has to do more to do with rewarding yourself for getting fit, and that, of course, Girl Scout cookies. We're talking about them today. Do you have a favorite Girl Scout cookie?
I think I like the shortbread ones.
Okay. Good, good. All right. Certified fitness trainer Darian Iverson of Salisbury DI Fitness. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.